About to meet Michelangelos of motorcycles, Picassos of the motorcycle world. I give you now two of the sexiest men in custom motorcycles, Louis and Lupe. Come on down, gentlemen. We're just gonna sit here on the edge of the stage and chit chat for a bit. Could you guys come slower? Yeah, actually they can. They can come slower, it turns out. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you doing, sir?
Good. Now, you are Louis.
That is Louis.
Louis, and you are
I'm
Lupe.
Lupe.
All right, have a seat right here. Sit down. Don't tower over me. This is the first time you guys have heard that, huh? I was kidding. Kinda. That's funny though, right? He got it.
Kenny, calm down.
Kenny, don't laugh at the short jokes, he said.
Stop.
You got a shop here?
Yes, I do. I have a shop out in East Mesa. It's called Baggers by Lupe. Specialize in your everyday riding bikes from your mild to your wild. Anything you really need. You want to do basic paint jobs, stereo upgrades, air ride, body mods. Just don't build your full-on monsters. We want them to where you can get on it. You can ride to Canada. You can ride to Texas. You can ride anywhere.
Cool.
People get the personification that, oh, you got a 30 on your bike, you can't ride it. Well, any road you want to go with me, I'll go with you on my 30.
So Baggers by Lupe.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's your shop?
Bagger Kings.
Bagger Kings, and where are you lolocated?
Surprise.
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 Surprise. And how far apart are your shops?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Yeah.
All right, so you're not in direct competition with each other. So did you guys know each other? You guys know each other, though, from the motorcycle scene, or no? You just meet here?
Yeah, just from being around the bikes and stuff.
Okay, all right. And what kind of bikes do you like to build out there?
Exactly. Same thing he said. I like to ride, so I like the same thing, but I like the big wheels.
You like the big wheels, man. I
Yeah.
tell you, Paul Yaffe, a local boy here, started that stuff, man. He really didn't start it, but boy, he really blew that up about 15 years ago. He started doing that, and he really made good on that. So that's really become popular out here. Now, how did you get started building motorcycles? Did you go to school for it, and have you always done this, or did you just kind of move into it? Tell me your story about how you got into it.
Well, my dad's been in bikes, so I've been around bikes my whole life, and my first one was a chopper. I got into the choppers, and I did like 3 choppers, and when the baggers started coming in, I was busy with other stuff, but then I did that Street Glide. That was the first bike I did.
Okay.
And then from there it just went.
So is this your full-time gig, or do you do some work on the outside of motorcycling?
Yeah, I have to do other work too because I don't make enough money.
Yeah, man, don't say it with a low voice, man. That's the way it is. Because a lot of people think that in the motorcycle world that, it's just all this money always being shoved at you. It's hard to make money in the motorcycle world.
Yeah.
So what do you do other than build the motorcycles?
I drive a semi.
Drive a semi. Cross country? Are you over the road?
No, I
Local.
stay in Arizona.
Okay. That's your home every night?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the best way to drive. Now, that's a hard gig. I used to do that gig.
Yeah.
That ain't no fun. Let me grab this from you. Now, how long has your shop been open? And was this what you've always done, or is this the only thing you do? Tell us kind of your story.
Well, originally, come from the motocross industry. Worked for Monster Kawasaki as a dirt bike mechanic on the amateur program. Also raced myself for years. Then just family, my cousins had Harleys and choppers, and I kind of went on from there, building hot rods and trucks and anything with a motor and goes fast, and then I built a couple, baggers just for fun. And then, like you said, Paul Yaffe, he's one of the pioneers of this sport or
Absolutely.
game. So then I started building bikes, because people want, oh, hey, you got a good taste or, image. I want a look of like what you got. So we started, I got in, all of us, some of us have had investors, and, and I just wanted to go on my own this year. Last year was my first year. Did Sturgis and Laughlin and Arizona Bike Week, and as much as I can afford out of my own pocket,
Yeah.
So went around last year and had a very, I'm grateful. Did really good at Sturgis. And then this year, I got some help this year. I got my buddy Kenny and fabricator Matt helping me out. Take it day by day and week by week and show by show, and hopefully give some people some nice bikes to look at and
Yeah.
and be enjoyable.
So you're 100% reliant on your motorcycle business now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's unusual, too. That's hard to get to that point.
Yeah, it's very hard. Like I said, I bit the bullet and went on my own last year. No investors, very little money I had, and day by day, and hopefully get a build here, get a build there, sell parts here, sell parts there.
Yeah.
And, it's very stressful. It's very hard. But keep your head up and keep charging forward. And as long as you do your job right, people will come and see it. And
Yep. Now, are you developing any kind of parts line out of your shop or anything? Do you have any? If people go to your what is your website, by the way?
realistically, I'm so small of a business. I don't even have a website.
But Facebook?
My Facebook.
Okay, social media. That's the same.
Lupe Aguayo. Or we have my own handlebar line. I make my own air ride kits. I got a good team of friends that have helped me out this year in the last year and a half, to have my own image to help me out, And
Cool. Now, have you got plans on, are you developing any kind of parts line or anything, or are you pretty much just building bikes?
Yeah, no, I have the full line of that Road King.
Yeah.
I have that's all my designs, so those are all my parts.
Okay, so you're actually making those for sale to the public.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, that's the name of the game in this racket, man. If you can get a parts line going, you can
I just build them.
you can really just you can get some of that residual income. People are shopping when you're not having to talk to them about it. So now, what's next for you? What's the next big kind of move for you? You got another show you got your eye on? You got a build that you're particularly looking forward to? What's next for you?
Well, I'm trying to get those parts. I'm trying to get those moving because like I'm the same like Lupe. I don't have a whole lot of money, so I gotta get the parts out there so people know I have them and start selling them.
So you'd like to get those in JMP Cycles, right?
Yeah.
JMP Cycles. Louis would like to have some parts in your catalog. We'll put that out there. Jeff Nager can make that happen. Jeff knows everybody. Jeff actually is a good guy maybe for you to talk to about getting your parts out there and kind of shopping those things around, though. And what's big for you next? What's coming up next?
Next, we got Arizona Bike Week coming. I was pushing to build. I got a little treat for some people here in Arizona, but I think I'm going to wait until Sturgis. I got a big monster Road King that's going to be coming out of the shop, and we're planning on having it done for Arizona Bike Week, but I want to come back to Sturgis and see if I could get some more trophies and build the bike the way that's in my head instead of rushing it and wishing I would have done this, wishing I would have done that. So, like I said, me and Kenny and my fab guy and painter, we're going to debut it at Sturgis this year.
All right.
So,
That's
just
cool,
get that
man.
done and be at Arizona Bike Week. And then we got Laughlin and, some of the local events, bike
Got to
night.
do the circuit. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. You just got to get out there so people can see your stuff.
Yep, just get out there
That's
as much
it.
as we can. Louis builds a beautiful bike, and I give it props to him. And we stay good friends with this industry. Help each other out and keep the image going.
Yeah. Well, one of the things about the industry that I see changing is it used to be a real tense industry. People weren't helping
Competitive.
each other. It's very competitive, but now I do see a lot more support coming out. Honestly, guys, it's come a little slower in the bagger end of the industry than it did kind of in some of the freestyle and bobber stuff. But you guys are really coming along now, and you guys are starting to help each other out a lot. And that's nice to see because it doesn't do it's too small a world to tear each other down. So it's nice to hear you say that. That's good. And now, while we wind up here, because we want to kind of keep this to the point where we can get it on Facebook. They don't like much more than 10 minutes. If you guys think about your answer, if you were going to encourage, so if somebody wanted to get into, if they wanted to build a custom bike, if they just wanted to do it themselves, what would your advice be?
Start. Well, start with the wheel. That's where.
Start with the wheel. Okay, that's good. A lot of people start with the wheel, get a big wheel, and then dream from there. Hey, man, I've had guys tell me I had an SU carb sitting around in the shop for 10 years, and I kept looking at it, and all of a sudden it was a motorcycle. You got to start. So you start with a wheel.
That's the way I've done it for both of them. I started with the wheel, and then I bought the bike for the wheel. So
Oh, that's cool. Now you just said you did the opposite.
A lot of the bikes that I build for customers, I can read the customer. Like I built a bike for a guy. I mean, he's fully tattooed. He's a wild man.
He's a
you know.
scumbag,
So
I get it.
and so I just started throwing all these ideas to him and paint job and look and the wheel. And when you see the bike and you see him, it's a spitting image of him. When you see a customer that, no tattoos and just clean, that's what I like to build. A simple and clean, timeless look. It's not going to ever go away. So I give the customer what they want. You can design a bike around their image and their look. So when they see a bike and they open that garage door, they have their mind, their image right there on a bike. And that's where I go with is what colors and style. I tell a customer, give me 10 pictures of 10 bikes that you like, and I will collaborate and graph out a bike and design a bike for you, and then go from there.
All right, so 2 different styles, way to do that. I always want to encourage folks, and I get a sense from these guys. The other thing is, if you're going to try to build your own bike, obviously, all of us have shops, and we end up with a lot of projects at the shops that guys started, get frustrated with, bring them to you and say, hey, can you finish this? I'm at a stuck place. But I know I don't mind if people just call me up or swing by the shop and ask questions. If they're trying to do their own thing, man, it's really not taking money out of my pocket. They're doing their own thing, and if it's keeping interest in what we're doing, then that's good. So
Friendly advice.
friendly advice. So hit these guys up. They can get up with you how?
You can get a hold of me, Lupe Aguayo, on Facebook.
Spell Aguayo for those of us from the East Coast.
First name, Lupe, Lupe. Last name's Aguayo, Aguayo.
All right.
Mesa, Arizona.
Lupe Aguayo. And how can folks find you?
Bagger Kings on Facebook, Bagger Kings Inc. on Facebook, and Louis Villa on Facebook.
Louis Villa and Bagger Kings on Facebook. Well, guys, I appreciate you being part of the JMP Cycles Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show. We're having a great time here. You've got beautiful bikes. Good luck in the competition. But most of all, hey, man, just have fun. And look forward to hanging out with you guys some more. Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Louis.